And if you get Vanessa Bryant pregnant, you become the Black Mamba, okay? You recover the mantle. It's like the Green Lantern ring. Like all the magic, all the work ethic, the mentality, it's all in there. Where else would he leave it?
My honor to introduce my dear friend Pal tonight. Pal was special to Kobe, as a teammate, as a man, and as a friend.
The internet's exploding with rumors. People are saying Vanessa Bryant is pregnant with twins. Not only that, but they're claiming she's finally moved on and replaced Kobe. And here's the worst part. This all blew up right when her daughter Natalia should have been shining. She just graduated USC with honors, and instead of the spotlight being on her huge accomplishment, all the noise turned into baby rumors, shady Instagram posts, and a flood of disrespect. The drama started with photos getting zoomed in like evidence, TikToks claiming soft launches, and anonymous sources talking wild, twins, secret baby daddies, even betrayal. And the silence from Vanessa, that only made the scandal louder. Suddenly, Natalia was caught in a mess she didn't ask for. Now people aren't just asking if Vanessa's pregnant. They're dragging Kobe's legacy into it and tossing out wild guesses about who she's supposedly been with. From NBA stars to Hollywood friends, the gossip went from zero to brutal in seconds, and poor Natalia, she had to watch all this mess overshadow her biggest moment. Her graduation day became a crash-out moment, and it had nothing to do with school. This was supposed to be Natalia Bryant's victory lap. She didn't just finish college, she conquered it. She walked that stage with pride, carrying the weight of grief and responsibility, representing her family name after unimaginable loss. She lost her dad, she lost her little sister, and she still showed up like a champ. That walk meant something real, and for a brief moment, the internet showed love. Celebs were celebrating her, fans were hyped, and even Taylor Swift sent thoughtful gifts to the Bryants. It finally felt like the family was getting a bit of peace, but just a few days later, the vibe flipped. Suddenly, no one was talking about Natalia's success. All eyes were locked on Vanessa and her stomach. That's when the timeline exploded with whispers, "Vanessa's pregnant!" The reactions were instant and out of control. The whole narrative did a 180 like a wild movie twist. One second it's "Congrats, Natalia," and the next it's "Who's Vanessa messing with now?" Headlines stopped sounding like news and started sounding like trashy gossip blogs. It got even messier when people started saying Vanessa was trying to replace Kobe. And Natalia?
Vanessa Bryant pregnant? I ain't want to be in my business, but what the f***? You telling me Kobe Bryant's wife, ex-wife, is pregnant with somebody else's baby? What, the boomer clot? You nah, be serious. You can't be serious.
She got thrown right in the middle of it all. How is this 21-year-old supposed to enjoy her moment when folks are out here making her mom's private life public business? She's already lived through more pain than most people ever will. And now she's got to sit back while strangers tear into her family like it's entertainment? It didn't stop there. So-called evidence started flooding in. People grabbed screenshots, circled her waist, slowed down every video, trying to prove there was a baby bump. The internet turned into CSI, Vanessa edition overnight. And the jokes? They came fast. One meme had fans screaming from the comment section.
And if you get Vanessa Bryant pregnant, you become the Black Mamba, okay? You recover the mantle. It's like the Green Lantern ring. Like all the magic, all the work ethic, the mentality, it's all in there. Where else would he leave?
Sure, some of it was funny, but people were forgetting one thing. Vanessa hasn't said a single word about dating, no low-key couple selfies, no brunch photos with mystery men in the corner, not even a flirty emoji. Still, everyone acted like they cracked the Da Vinci Code. So what did Vanessa do? She clapped back hard. She jumped on Instagram with 2 savage memes that said more than words ever could. The first one, Rihanna wearing goggles and flipping the bird. The caption, "Me protecting my peace, not pregnant and having fun all summer." Boom. The second one read, "I'm not mean, I'm just not the one." Short, sharp, and straight up Vanessa style. But instead of shutting people down, her response lit the fire even hotter. The internet went full detective mode. Some said she was just trying to stay private. Others accused her of straight up lying. The comments were wild. One person even wrote, "According to statistics, she waited longer than most men would. Let that woman live." At the end of the day, it's her life, her business. But the internet doesn't know how to chill, and Natalia's big moment got buried in the noise. One commenter went full bold mode. "Not even a fan of her or her ex-husband, but she's not cheating, she's a widow. Black men just mad she got the bag and moved on with her non-black life." Yeah, it got that messy. And the worst part, This whole thing wasn't even just about Vanessa anymore. The gossip started hitting her daughters too, especially Natalia, because once folks started throwing around stuff like, your mom is replacing your dad, that hits deep, real deep. Now here's where the rumor went from spicy to straight up viral. The so-called baby daddy. As soon as whispers of a pregnancy started, the internet didn't just stop at, is she pregnant? They jumped to, who got her pregnant? Like it was some twisted game show to see who could replace Kobe Bryant. Wild. Let's start with one of the early suspects, Rob Pelinka. If you know basketball, you know Rob. He was Kobe's longtime agent and became one of the family's closest ride or dies. He wasn't just managing Kobe's business, he was a trusted friend. They go way back. So when a TikTok started circulating with a photo of Vanessa and Rob looking cozy, folks started talking.
Vanessa Bryant and Rob Pelinka picture goes viral, and a lot of people are speculating about if Rob Pelinka and Vanessa Bryant are, know what I mean? Rob Pelinka, you thought you got away with it, but you ain't get away with it. No!
But it wasn't the photo that really got people going. It was a sweet birthday post Vanessa shared. Just a few pics and a nice caption. But this is the internet. That's all it took. People instantly started spinning stories saying maybe there was more than just friendship. But here's the twist. Rob is married. Not secretly, not rumored. Happily, publicly married. With kids. So, yeah, while the bond between them is solid, there's never been anything to confirm the gossip. Still, that didn't stop the whispers. Then another name dropped, and this one had the blogs in a full-on chokehold, Pau Gasol. And honestly, you can't blame people for raising eyebrows. Ever since Kobe passed, Pau's been there. Not just a one-time appearance, he's been consistent. Showing up to family events, sending flowers on tough days, always holding space for the Bryants. And when Vanessa introduced him at Kobe's jersey retirement ceremony, the tone had people speculating. There was a vibe. But what really made the internet spiral? Valentine's Day.
My honor to introduce my dear friend Pau tonight. Pau was special to Kobe, as a teammate, as a man, and as a friend.
Pau sent white roses. Not red, but still, it was Valentine's Day. That had folks asking, what kind of friend sends flowers to a widow on that day? Unless there's something more behind it.
Pau Gasol surprises Vanessa Bryant with some beautiful white roses, and everybody think it's just okay because, you know, they're just friends, there's nothing going on. No, 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 no.
And just like that, the question wasn't just, is Vanessa pregnant? It turned into, who got her pregnant? But this ain't even about curiosity anymore. People are treating it like a scoreboard, like every man being linked to Vanessa has to measure up to Kobe Bryant himself. And that's where it starts getting dark, because now it's not even about Vanessa's private life, it's affecting Natalia too. To really get why this rumor exploded, especially in Los Angeles, you gotta understand who Kobe was to the city. One Reddit user nailed it. Kobe is a deity in LA. The man isn't just a legend, he's worshiped. There's no one like him, not Jeter in New York, not LeBron in Cleveland, not even Jordan in Chicago. Kobe runs LA. So now 5 years after his passing, the idea that Vanessa might be pregnant again, some fans, especially in LA, see that as a betrayal. Personal, like she broke some unspoken rule, which is wild when you actually look at it. Vanessa never wanted to be in the spotlight. She wasn't clout chasing. She was Kobe's wife, a mother, a woman who lost everything in an instant and still kept going. But now, some fans, mostly men, act like she owes them her pain. Like her grief has to fit their timeline. Like she should just freeze her life in honor of their idol. Some people even said she should never date again. That her only job now is to raise her daughters and die the widow of a legend. Wait, what? So she's supposed to cry alone forever? Never find love, never laugh again, just to protect a fantasy image of Kobe for fans she's never even met? Come on now. That's not healing, that's prison. And here's the scariest part. This energy doesn't stop with Vanessa. It slides straight over to Natalia. Because if people think Vanessa disrespected Kobe's legacy by moving on, then guess who they expect to pick up the torch? All that pressure falls right on Natalia's shoulders, and she never even asked for it. Now suddenly, every single thing Natalia does gets picked apart. What she wears, who she hangs out with, even how she talks. Everything gets judged under the heavy weight of the Kobe legacy. And the wild part, she hasn't said a single word about any of it. Total silence. But still, people are out here twisting that silence into their own narratives. And before anyone starts preaching that Vanessa owes it to Kobe to stay single for life, let's talk facts, because their marriage wasn't some flawless love story. It was real, messy, emotional, public. Kobe met Vanessa when she was just 17, still in high school, working on the set of a music video. He was 21 and already an NBA rising star. He saw her, fell hard, and they got engaged not long after. A year later, married. But this wasn't just some young fairy tale. It came with serious drama. In 2003, Kobe was accused of something serious, SA involving a 19-year-old hotel worker. The case didn't go to trial, but Kobe admitted he cheated and publicly said the woman didn't view it as consensual.
One thing that you did write about in the book, and that has been highlighted, is case. Mm-hmm. And you had made a TikTok on it saying, basically, you know, if you read the details of the investigation and of the allegations, a lot of it is tied to Kobe and his personality, and there's some awkwardness in there. Can you explain some of that and kind of what you found out from reading that investigation?
Yeah, well, I actually went to Eagle, Colorado, where it took place, and spoke with a lot of people. And it's interesting. Like, do I think Kobe raped this woman? Yes. Do I think Kobe thought he was raping this woman? No. And I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but I don't mean it that way.
That moment tanked his reputation. And Vanessa, she stood by him quietly. No big interviews, no public tears, no dragging him through the mud. She stayed. Kobe gave public apologies, broke down in press conferences, and even gave her a $4 million I'm sorry ring. Yeah, $4 million. That wasn't Disney love. That was real-life mess. Still, through it all, Vanessa kept protecting him. She didn't write any tell-alls. She never ran to the media. No shady leaks, no headlines from her side. She carried his image, even when he didn't protect hers. So now folks online saying she should never love again out of respect? Let's be honest. Vanessa already gave him more loyalty and grace than most women ever would. One person online hit the nail on the head. Kobe cheated on her before. Let her move on. She stayed down during and after the drama. Exactly. She didn't stay for fame or money. She stayed for her daughters, for her family, for a future they were building through the heartbreak and headlines. And despite all the noise, one thing's never changed. Vanessa and her girls are not alone. While the internet's busy arguing over whether she has the right to move on, there are real ones, people who actually know her, who've stayed solid beside the Bryant family every step of the way. This is what we call found family. Blood doesn't always equal loyalty. Sometimes it's the people who stick around when the spotlight's off who really count. One of those people, Shaquille O'Neal.
You got Natalia and those two little babies?
Always. Listen, babies, they don't call me Uncle Shaq for a reason. You call me up, you find me, I'm not hard to find, I'll do whatever y'all need.
And yeah, let's talk about Pau Gasol too. His name got dragged into those baby daddy rumors. But truth be told, his loyalty runs deeper than gossip ever could. Pau didn't just show up once for the cameras. He's been there consistently. Holidays, quiet moments, check-ins when no one was looking. He's kept the Bryant girls close. And when he and his wife had a daughter, they honored Gigi's memory in the most personal, beautiful way.
Gasol writing, our little one has finally arrived, Elizabeth Gianna Gasol. A very meaningful name for our super beautiful daughter, #GirlDad. And that wasn't enough. They also asked Vanessa Bryant to be Elizabeth's godmother, an honor that she happily accepted. Vanessa writing, my goddaughter is here. Congratulations, Pau and Kat. Love you three so much. So touched by your request to honor my Gigi.
That's real love, real loyalty. Because here's what actually matters. Not comment sections, not headlines. Through lawsuits, heartbreak, and judgment, Vanessa, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri built something unbreakable. A circle, a shield, a family of love and support. So whether Vanessa's pregnant or not, one thing's crystal clear. They've got each other. And still, the world keeps reminding them, grief, fame, and legacy don't come with mercy. The second they try to exhale, someone's right there, ready to pull them back into the past. And if healing means facing public backlash every time, what happens when they finally stop asking for permission to live? Because here's the thing, these women have already survived the unthinkable. So what happens when they decide survival isn't enough? What happens when they start chasing joy again? Imagine that. If you felt this breakdown, don't forget to like, drop a comment, share it around, and hit that subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.